Welcome back to the Mayorverse, everybody. Mayor Reynolds, aka Midnight Mayor here, and Robert Bowling, the head of Midnight Society, just did a Twitter Spaces out of the blue with Neo Tokyo. This was like not previously announced. I was able to sit in on the whole thing while I grinded some WoW hardcore in the background, by the way. And he actually dropped a lot of really good nuggets of information. The biggest of which was a confirmation, what seems to be a confirmation, of both vehicles and UGC coming in Snapshot 7. A lot of us have speculated about this. A lot of us expected it, but there's still people who are doubting the vehicle part. We still don't know how vehicles are going to play in the game, what that gameplay is going to look like. I'm going to talk about that in a second. But the UGC language here is very strong and seems to be a confirmation the UGC is coming on October 20th with Snapshot 7. Now remember, things can always change. This is still like, what, 7 weeks away. This is not official. Until it's officially announced on stage or on the Midnight Society website or Twitter or whatever, this is not official, but this is pretty darn close, as the head of the studio says it flat out, as you will hear in this clip right here.
Our next snapshot comes out in October, towards the end of October, which is Snapshot 7. And that's where we're introducing a lot of the big elements that we've been talking about today. Like the UGC stuff, the vehicle stuff. There's like, it's a big drop, and it's a drop that's sort of designed for a larger, more diverse audience, right? And it's a result of the last 2 years of this tight-knit, smaller community working together to make it what it is today. And so like, it's still early, we still got a while, but it's at a really good spot.
So if that didn't sell you on vehicles and UGC being part of the October 20th Snapshot 7 drop, I don't know what will. Again, just until it's official, when it's on the website, when it's on their Twitter, or it's announced on stage, it's actually official. But it really sounds like vehicles and UGC are 100% part of DEADROP Snapshot 7. Now, the vehicle thing always comes up, and I've covered this in countless videos, and people still are, I think, are confused. We don't know how vehicles are going to look in DEADROP. We don't know what the gameplay loop is going to be like. What I personally speculate is that it's going to be something like Marauders. It's going to be a separate gameplay loop where, you know, you drive your car. There's been this race to the tower thing thrown around. Is that actually how it works? Do you race your vehicle, which you'll be able to get loot for and customize within the normal FPS gameplay of DEADROP, and then you use that car to drive to the tower and race other people, and so on and so forth. That's kind of what Marauders does with the ship combat at the beginning of every single match. I personally don't think at this point, you never know, that we're going to see vehicle use inside of sectors. Nothing like, you know, Call of Duty or Battlefield or PUBG or whatever. You never know, but I really can't see them functioning in what we have now, which is Sector 3 and Proving Ground 2. But you never know in the future if they build a very big wide open sector, maybe there is some type of vehicle gameplay in there. But who knows? So when we talk about vehicles in DEADROP, again, we're not talking about it necessarily being drivable in the same match in cold storage right now that you know. It's probably something very different, but you'll see on October 20th. Definitely sounds like it's coming. If you're unfamiliar with UGC, UGC is user-generated content. Think of Fortnite creative mode, Halo Forge, so on and so forth. And, you know, a lot of us are very, very, very excited about this. Players are going to be able to make their own. Well, we don't know when the tools arrive. You know, it'll probably roll out in iterations. What exactly we will be able to do. Midnight Society's been clear. They want players to be able to do everything that they can do. That means making maps, making modes, making weapon skins, making their own custom weapons, the whole kit and caboodle, right? Making fully customized experiences, publishing them for other people to play on. And Robert even said during the AMA today on Twitter Spaces that it's possible that player-created published things like skins may eventually make it into actual Midnight Society battle passes, which is also really cool to hear. But that's what we talk about when you hear the term UGC. You know, that is what we're talking about. It's like a creative mode, a forge mode, map editor. We just don't know for sure on October 20th when UGC is now hypothetically arriving, how in-depth it will be. It might start in iterations. You know, we might not have the whole what will become the whole tool right off the bat. It might be the first iteration of that, which will then expand over time. But time will tell. So that's it for this video, guys. It's a big one. Big news. Again, we will see on October 20th, but it really sounds like, you know, when the head of your studio comes out during an interview and says, oh, on our next snapshot, we're delivering a lot of the stuff that we've been talking about during this interview, like vehicles and UGC. Pretty on the nose, right? So if you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the like button, leave a comment down below. Let me know if you're more hyped for vehicles or more hyped for UGC, and then subscribe to the channel if you want more DEADROP Midnight Society coverage. We're getting really close to 500 subs on this channel and unlocking the next step towards monetization, which helps fund our content budget, like our live action DEADROP series, Midnight, the 7th episode of which comes out this Sunday, 2 days after the recording this video. So, see you in the next video. May Reynolds out. For those of you who didn't know, I am sponsored by Humble Bundle. If you don't know what Humble Bundle it is an online game store where you can buy games and support charity at the same time. You can find it at humblebundle.com. And if you use my link, I am partnered with them. You'll also support my channel and my content at the same time. And they put new bundles on there. Right now, you can buy the entirety of Attack on Titan for dirt cheap, the manga. But one of my favorite bundles is live right now. That is the Best of Boomer Shooters bundle. There's a lot of retro FPSs in here, but there's new bundles all the time, and you can support me and charity and get great games in bundles dirt cheap all the time. So check out Humble Bundle, and you won't be disappointed.